Welcome back. Here we are again. Happy as can be. All good pals and jolly good company. Never mind the weather, never mind the rain. As long as we're together, yeah. How's your father? I think that's right.
Well, how's my dad? Well, to be honest with you, he's dead.
Oh, God. But they're laughing at us.
Yeah.
What was your dad thought of you smoking your pipe?
No, he'd have something to say about that.
Would it?
Well, he was.
We used to smoke
He
cigarettes,
used to smoke cigarettes for years, then he went on to cigars.
Well, it wasn't like you smoking a pipe.
No.
Why not?
No.
Mum would say, she always used to say, if God wanted you to smoke, he would have been born with a chimney in your head.
His mum was a belter for coming out little stains like that.
Oh, brilliant.
He used to come out with them all the time.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant.
Did we ever tell you the story about when Gaz bought himself a satellite TV?
When's that like tea?
Satellite TV.
When it first come out?
And he come in.
4 years ago.
He come in and he says, Mum, I bought a satellite TV. She went, I'm not having a satellite dish on our house. It'll look like bloody Jodrell Bank.
and then the guy came to install it. She says, I'm not happy about this. My dad, and I had the dish on the side of the house at the back. And then this wire came through, whatever, into the bedroom. And I had it set up and everything. My dad come up and he says, she's not happy. Your mum's not happy about this. And this way, clink, clink, at the races. He says, that's at the races, isn't it? I said, yeah. There's all the races on there. I said, yeah. He says, it's good dish, isn't it?
Yeah. That's how you gained an ally straight away.
Well, what is his fault?
I want to remember your dad when you had that shite old record player, remember? You had that thing and you're turning it round with your finger like that. And you're getting it going dead funny because the motor was bugging. And all this smoke's coming out of it. And you fucked off and your dad came in. And picked up a smoking record player. And walked out the house with it. Remember that?
Yeah.
So
You're
funny.
playing Angel Eyes by ABBA.
Was it?
Angel Eyes, yeah. What was it doing with the double A side?
I don't know. I just remember this thing catching fire and your dad coming in and carrying it out of the bedroom like it was a tray of tea.
Yeah.
Walking out with this record player, leaving a trail of smoke behind him. Oh, brilliant, that's funny.
That's funny, right? But, you know, when I had me on TV and video that, about the same time when I had Sky TV. He said, hey, Dad, watch this. I've got a video here. Have a watch of this.
It wasn't filth, was it?
He'd never seen a porno before, had he? Well, he hadn't, because he didn't have it. I said, here, watch this. They put it on for about 10 seconds, and he's like, oh, bloody hell, don't let your mother see this, bloody hell. What a dirty guy. Wow.
And how many times did you find him sneaking into your room to watch it?
What's that? No.
You know what video you had?
Oh, yeah, I don't.
If your mum says anything, tell her I'm watching the racing.
It's called Women Pieces. It's called, especially when he got older, like his last sort of 5 years. He says, I see, I was at the doctor's and there's this gorgeous piece. With gorgeous piece. And I thought, fucking laughed my head off. Piece.
My dad always used to call them birds.
Well,
Yeah.
it's called Dolly Bird.
Nice looking bird.
Did you say Dolly Bird the other day?
Yeah. Dolly bird or bird.
Bird or Dolly Bird.
Yeah.
But our dad, it was piece. So see this, when he was in hospital, it was a cancer operation and his bowel half out. And all this, and he sat there. My mum sat there. We were at the chair, and he said, hey, Colin, he said, this doctor, he's right good looking piece. Fucking sat there, my mum sat there. Oh, there's nothing wrong with him, is there? Is that what you get to when you get like that?
As you go older, you get less and less.
Oh, come back to it. Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your life.
Enjoy your memories. It's all about.
Alright, we lost a bloody good couple of blokes then,
You know, in years to come, maybe people will be watching this in another 100 years' time. Like, you know, archive.
100 years time, they won't know what this is.
Okay, when someone might discover it on YouTube, what's YouTube fast?
What did you say about this? They'll be hyper healthy.
What's that thing? He's got in his hand.
I'm sure he got it in his mouth. Walking around with a bowl of fire in his dog.
Well, by that, they'll have a fresh air vape. Oxygen.
Oxygen, yeah, they'll have an oxygen vape.
Because there'll be, the world's gone shit, hasn't it? Going shit, apparently. Summers are getting hotter.
Oh, that's bollocks. It's all bollocks. Global warming, bollocks. Have you seen that new report that NASA have put out about the ice caps? They're not shrinking.
Not shrinking.
No. That was all bullshit, that. For 18 years or something.
You were saying something about, I've seen something about a Tesla, a fat bloke and a thin bloke, to do with fucking coal, putting the coal. You was telling me about it. The other day.
You're going to have to remind me, mate. Memory's not what it was.
But you got these, you got a fat bastard.
Oh, the guy in the fridge?
Yeah,
yeah. They did an experiment about fat buggers versus thin buggers. And they had this skinny reed and they wired him up to all these thermometers and stuff, you know, they had him on his head and in his mouth and up his arse and round his body. And they measured his body temperature and it was normal. And then he had this right big fat knacker and he had his own orbit, he was a big lad. And again, he had all the thermometers and stuff and he was up his arse and all this lot. Anyhow, they turned the temperature down. They kept turning it down and down and down and they're watching how the bodies deal with the cold. Anyway, he got down to below freezing. And this skinny lad's there going, and his fat lad just sat there like that, quite happy. And his temperature didn't move an inch. So there you go. Two bonuses for being on the plus side. One, you're harder to kidnap, to eat pies. And B, you won't freeze to death when it gets chilly. There you go. There's a lesson in life. Enjoy that pie.
All this six-pack. You know, who wants a six-pack when you can have a fucking artisan barrel?
When you can have a barrel, yeah. Why have a six-pack? Why eat steak when you can have a full English? Not steak, salad. Here's,
I didn't have a full English this morning. I had a sausage and egg and mushroom sandwich. What's up, pal? You gone out, have you?
I mean, bloody liar's giving up the ghost.
Yeah.
Alright, mate, I'm going back to the primitive.
That's the old Vesta. Stick him in a small Vesta.
I knew you were going to say that.
No, chubby.
Oh, chubby brown.
Where? You might see now, chubby. Good working. Keep banning him, don't they, all these woke councils. Keep banning his shows.
Well, they tried banning that other girl as well, no, I know. Kate Hopkins.
She talks a lot of sense. Well, she does. I mean, I don't agree with everything she says, but some of the things she says, she's pretty bang on.
Well, you can see the logic behind everything she says. Whether you agree with it or not, of course.
That's it. You know, well, what about agreeing to disagree? That's what people don't do anymore, isn't it?
No.
People just go around with silly bloody placards.
You're either for or against. Yeah, you're either a friend or an enemy. You can't be a friend and have different opinions. Grow up. What do you mean grow up?
We're becoming a political channel now.
We're not being a political channel. Which cat's that that's going on the fence?
What type was it?
Black and white.
Oh, big. Mainly black, was it? The Kenburn big. Over there. Well, it's not his chickens yet next door.
Aye. Because his neighbour's doing the good life, he's got himself some chickens. Do, do,
Yeah.
do, do. Can you hear it? I can't hear him.
Well, you got your ears in.
I don't have many, but not. You know. Let me try something funny on this video. Right. I'm going to try something funny, and it'll require a bit of editing, but let's see how we do. If it works, we'll add it on now.
This old house once knew my children, this old house once knew my wife. This old house was home and comfort as we focused on the life. This old house heard many shouts. Now she